I have a question for Shanice and Olivia really quick, if you guys don't mind. So there's been several times where he's been asked how exactly he's going to split up his time between his family when it comes to kids and 7 other wives. I don't really see an issue with his answer. If that's exactly what he wants to do, then he wants to do it. But he's mentioned several times that changing diapers, et cetera, is not something he's going to be doing. So how does that make you feel, knowing that you're going to have to carry that part of having, and I would assume that you guys are going to have probably more than one child with him. So how do you feel knowing that it's going to be simply all on you when it comes to that? Late night when you got to wake up after you just carried a child for 9 months and pushed them out, your cooter. How do you knowing that at 3 a.m. when the baby's crying, he's not going to be there to help you? It's going to be simply you.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Because role, because gender roles exist, is to provide and protect for the household. And my role, I know as a woman, is to take care and nurture the home.
And let me get this straight. I am paying for our place. I'm paying for everything that we done, the food that we eat, paying for the car that is being driven, paying for literally every single thing, providing a roof, providing warmth, providing shelter, providing all of that. Because at that time, we'll be handling all of that. And you think that it would be too much for a mother to change her own baby's diaper. Is that correct?
I never said that. I don't see what
I never
said that.
I'm working 17 hours.
I wasn't down.
And you think that much that somebody change their own baby's diaper.
I never said that. I said there are certain jobs, and I'm sure a few family members raise children, and I would say their husbands handle most of the things too, but there's also contributions made because they didn't carry a child for 9 months and change their body for him just to have to wake up at 3 a.m. or sometimes it's every other hour. You barely get any sleep you're basically going to be a single parent in that aspect, but they barely get any sleep. So I don't know how, if you're comfortable with it, Olivia, then okay. But Shanice, I would love to know. And what's your answer on that?
I know that our children will be well taken care of. I am completely fine with doing most of the nurturing because I feel as though I'm a very nurturing person. And in regards to instilling the principles and ideals in our children, like my love will be there. In regards to being at games, I'm not saying that he's still going to be supportive. He's not saying that he's not going to be a father, but in regards to most of the nurturing, I'm a nurturing woman, and I'm a very feminine woman, and I know that regardless, with us being the parents, our children will be well taken care of.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that answer. I had a few more questions, but I actually tuned into your live 2 days ago, and I really just want to end off here. I don't want to take up too much time. So basically, there was a really good question. I'm religious myself. There was a really good question by somebody, and they basically asked, think on a broader mental plane, who is your king, correct? And I couldn't help but realize it bothered you for another 2 hours. So I do want, and I'm speaking to Shan, I do want to know, how is it that you get jealous of her relationship with God? And, wait, before you say okay, maybe you didn't get jealous, I don't want to put words in your mouth. This is a better question. You want to have 7 queens, right? Do they all have to adopt that mindset that God is not first?
That's not what I said.
That quite literally, because, okay, so there was a point in time in the live.
Do I get like, if you wanna kind of create a narrative, you can't.
There's no narrative.
She didn't say, does God come first? She didn't say, is God.
She said, who is king? And in the Bible, the Lord is king. So you then got upset with her answer. Wait. You then got upset with her answer, right? And when she reiterated it and said he is king, but God is number one, it still bothered you for another hour and 30 minutes, and I counted. So, is there anything you have to say in regards to that?
Yes. All right. So for me, it wasn't what she said. I have no problem with that. Everybody knows that God is above all. Everybody knows that. And if I did something to misconstrue that or to suggest that I think any differently, I take full responsibility for that. Because that's not how I tried to come across. I don't think that I'm above God. I don't think I am God. I don't think anything like that. Everybody knows there's a higher power. Do I have your attention?
Yeah, it's just she's on mute.
I'm on mute because I don't like the echo, so I'm listening to you.
I'm just making sure I got your attention. So the reason why I had an issue with it was because I felt like somebody tricked her into changing her answer. Because if somebody else asked her, or if there was no cameras here, and somebody had said, "Who's your king?" she would have said me. 99% of the time, she would have said me. And here's my point: people have a problem with that. If she is my queen, why would she not date her equal? Why would she not date a king? Hold on. Let me land my plane. I go so hard for my family. Mm-hmm. In the past 2 months, the business that I run has generated over $330,000, enough to buy a supercar. Do you know how much I've spent on myself? Absolutely zero. Mm-hmm. I go so hard for my family. Mm-hmm. I go so hard for my queens that yes, I want the respect of a king because I put in the work. That does not mean I think that I'm above God. It means I have a lot of respect for myself. And to any man out there, in your household, you should be the king. Mm-hmm. And you should honor your woman as a queen. And as a matter of fact, I want to really go into this.
Okay,
because
perfect. I know your answer. You answered though.
Hold on.
You answered though.
Hold on. Let me
the plane is crashed.
We read Ephesians, I'm sorry. I can't even pronounce it. Wives, submit to your own husbands as to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, his body, and himself its Savior. Now, as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit in everything to their husbands. That is out of the Bible. That is straight out of the Bible. So for me, I didn't have a problem with her saying that God is king. For me, it's the principle, right? Of like, hey, you let somebody else change your answer. That's what upset me. It was not what she said. It's like that you let somebody else influence you. You let somebody else treat you or make you have less respect for your man. So for me, the way I look at it is it's like this. If you unalive somebody, that's a bad thing, right? If I unalive somebody, that's a bad thing. But if I unalive somebody and I'm defending my family, I'm trying to protect their life. And in order to protect my family, I have to unalive somebody. That's a good thing because I'm protecting my family. So it wasn't about the fact of what she did. It was the underlying principle behind it. You let a TikToker flip your answer. You tried to appease a TikToker instead of like saying what you normally would say. And that was my issue because everybody knows the downfall of a relationship is when you let other people get inside. Now you can go.
Perfect. Okay, so there are 2 points I want to make on that. Do you not feel as if Shanice has not enough shown that her devotion is to you? The fact that you were so disturbed by her answer kind of just makes it seem like you invalidated all of her prior examples of showing that you were her king. But okay, I digress. Wait, I said I had to. My second point is the same Bible you are quoting also says God comes before everybody. Okay, so what about that quote? God comes before everybody. So now what?
I took full responsibility. I forgot. I literally said
you just quoted that a woman should submit as a man submits to the Lord, yet in the Bible as well, and this applies to man, woman, child, of whoever follows the Bible, correct? Let's say you guys are married in the house of the Lord, even though you guys are not, right? God is still supposed to come first, even when she's married.
Who said first?
But you just quoted as if when she said God is king, because Lord is king, it's as if that wasn't supposed to be her answer.
You're missing the point.
Okay, let's say I missed the point.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. If somebody asks, could you mute yourself? If somebody asks her 99 times, who's your king? She's going to say me. The only reason why she said God is because somebody else flipped her. That's what I was upset about. You can say Timbuktu is your king if that's your mindset, right? But the thing is, I had a problem with her allowing somebody else to switch up how she treats her man. You should never treat me different based off of what a stranger says. Because at the end of the day, we got to sleep next to each other at night. You're not sleeping with a stranger. You're sleeping with me. And the way I look at it is, hey, if I'm saying you're my queen, you're my goddess, what to the women that have a problem, or I would never call a man a king. If you consider yourself a queen, why would you not want to date your equal?
She never took away your king title. All she said is Lord is king because she just asked a series of spiritual questions. So to someone who is spiritual herself, I'm what I want to understand is, okay, let's wait. Quickly.
And for me, if I want my woman to ride with me because I'm riding with you and I'm never going to switch up on you. I don't care if people say she crazy. Why are you calling her queen? Why are you calling her goddess? Why are you calling her to give her a life? Why are you flowing her so much power? She's a narcissist. She thinks she's too beautiful. And I'm going to be like, yup, and that's my queen. And I'm never switching up on that. There's nothing that anybody can say. And it seems like you're not grasping this concept. And I take full responsibility because this is where I got to develop my communication skills because I know you have good intention. I'm going to make it perfectly clear. I have no problem with her saying God is king, God is above all. My point was the principle that she switched up her answer based off of the influence of a stranger that's not in our relationship. That was my whole point. And I could see if she was like, God is my king above all, but in this household, in this relationship, this is my king.
But she did. When she did, you continued to talk about it for an hour and 30 afterwards. When she did reiterate herself. But anyways, I digress. My next question. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So my next question is, let's say, well, not even let's say, because this is fact, you're gonna have 7 queens, correct? Do they all have to adopt that same ideology? Where let's say someone were to ask, wait, hold up. Let's say someone were to ask, who is your king? Who do you view as number one? If they say God, are you going to go on another temper tantrum?
I'm gonna be honest. I have zero in dating or being with a woman. I have zero interest in being with a woman that I treat as a queen and she doesn't look at me as a king. To me, that's dumb. I don't know. Listen. I go too hard. I put in 17 hours every day. I crush it every day. And I don't do it for me. I do it for my fam. And when I come into a woman's life, it is going to change your entire generation. It is going to change your mama's life. It's going to change your daddy's life, your cousin's life. It's going to change everybody's life. That I guarantee. And I do not bust my butt putting in 17 hours a day for somebody to not look at me as their equal. If I'm going to treat you like a queen, why would you not look at me as your king? That don't even make sense. I would never want to be in a relationship like that.
So, I'm sorry.
I'm going to honor and cherish.
So, I'm sorry.
I'm going to honor and cherish my woman as my queen. So I'm standing on that. I want a woman that's going to treat me as her equal. If you royalty, I'm royalty too. And I'm not backing down on that. And I still think that if people ask Shanice to this day, who's your king? 99% of the time, she's going to say, my man.
Okay, perfect. So, my issue is she never took away from your status or your status in her world. She never said you are not king. She just asked, after a series of questions that were spiritual, who is king, which to anyone who is spiritual is going to say that. Okay, fine. My issue is, I feel as if you took that one situation and completely disregarded all that Shanice has done for you. You said that she has made the best of a messy situation. She cooks, she cleans. Is that not enough to display that she views you as her king? Because for you to go on, wait, I'm not done. Wait, for you to go on for 3 hours to continue. I don't know what you were saying in that girl's ear, but her face was saying a whole lot. for you to drag her and passive aggressively do so, because I feel like you have this unspoken language that I feel like your chat is now, I love your chat, by the way, they're hilarious. I feel like your chat is now able to read. You have like this unspoken language with them. And also, let me say this. I'm so sorry, Olivia. I do not want to disrespect you. But what relationships have you been in the past?
I've been in
the past.
I've been in one relationship.
Oh shit. Okay. Wait, fuck. Sorry. Okay, so you've been in one relationship in the past, correct? How old were you in that relationship?
I was 9.
So you went from...
Question.
I'm sorry?
I have a really quick question.
Yes.
What you said. Could you mute yourself? All right, so with that being said, like, if you want to be right, you want to be right. But this is my thing. Loyalty is something that I want, and I want it all the way. She can be faithful to me for 10 years.
What does God, her saying God is her number one, have anything to do with her going out and getting head? Where's your correlation?
Listen. Could you mute yourself? Mute yourself. So listen, I think you're very passionate about it. And I see why, looking at your perspective, I see why it upsets you. I get it. Shanice is an amazing woman. She goes hard for me. You feel like I don't appreciate her. You feel like I'm tearing her down for saying God is first. And if that was the case, I would see why you're upset. But my point is this.
You did tear her down. And you compared her and Olivia.
Could you listen? I never said that I come before God. I don't have a problem with her saying that God is first. Do you understand that?
You did, but you did.
Okay.
You had to have her correct herself. You had to have her correct herself. But you will never, I'm so sorry, I have to say this. I've seen you as someone, I don't want to come for your intellect. I don't know how you are intellectually, but you just seem as someone who can never admit when they're wrong. So I don't even know why I asked that question, because even if I put it in a even simpler term for you, you would still find a way to be like, well, that's not what I said. Okay. Right? Okay.
Could you pull me the clip? Mute yourself, please. Could you pull me the clip of me saying that I come before God in my relationship? Please pull that clip.
I never said that. What I said was when she said, wait, you asked me a question. When she said that God was number one, it visibly upset you. Why? Because you also wanted to be clarified as king. What are these people talking about? Anyways, you wanted it to be clarified as your king. In a spiritual question, you can't act as if it wasn't clear that she was asking in a spiritual. It was not clear. It was. She just asked a series of spiritual questions.
Could you just like this? You guys ask loaded questions, and they ask all these questions to be.
It wasn't loaded.
He didn't say. Listen, if she wanted to know her opinion on God, she could have just simply said, "Who do you value more, God or your man? Who comes first, God or your man?" She just said, "Who is your king?" Could you admit, hey, if this is my queen, could you admit? Some world, maybe I could be expecting my queen, the one I bust my butt for and put in 17 hours a day for, to say that her man is her king, which she would normally say, which she tells me every single day. Could you see why maybe I'm a little bit surprised by that? Or no?
Yeah, so my issue is no one was trying to take away from your title, you know. Yes, but after a series of questions, I wasn't done. Me not done. Me not done. Me not done.
If she wasn't trying to take away my, why would she ask away?
You are so quick to stop someone, and Olivia is so quick to be like, wait. But when I'm talking, or when someone else is talking, and you cut them off, no one intervenes, right? Okay, so as I was just saying, no one was taking away from your title at all. No one was taking away from your title. It was just more so a question that followed spiritual questions, period. Okay? And however, even if that was her answer, how is that an issue if she's